Hi guys, welcome to the second half of the Fantasy Basketball podcast. Um, this time we're going to be talking about some more less fantasy-oriented stuff. It's more about rumors and stuff like that. People you can maybe stash, pick up, drop, and we're also going to talk about some trade rumors with the looming trade deadline coming around the corner soon. So I guess we'll start with this segment. We're gonna call it "Easy on the Throttle," and basically these are just guys that we think that maybe get shut down for the remainder of the season. They might slow them down just to avoid injury and that kind of stuff. Since there's no reason to play them because there's no playoff run going for them. So we could talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. Go ahead, Max.
Tyreek Evans, always liked him. I liked him since his rookie season, but that was probably where his career apexed. Tyreek Evans, yeah, he's. I think they're gonna shut him down. Like we mentioned in the previous segment, New Orleans is quite a mess right now. Yeah, Tyreek Evans, he's good when he plays, but he's generally very fragile. He's kind of a glass cannon. He's averaging 15, 5, and 6 for the season, which is pretty good. I mean, his field goal percentage is not stellar, but he's shooting close to 50%, if not better. And he's shooting like three-pointers at a really good rate. Historically, he's been a very poor three-point shooter, but now he's doing a lot better. So that's a good sign, and he's also getting like really good assists. I think on paper, Tyreek Evans is really good. Unfortunately, yeah, he's just super fragile, and he's not in a very good situation either. So, yeah, Pelicans doesn't look very good. He might get shut down.
I feel like he's done a really good
And
job in changing his or evolving his game though, because
yeah, definitely.
yeah, like you said,
He's
he
still
he
a
was
very
not a really great three
ball-dominant
point shooter,
player.
right?
Yeah,
He still has
he,
the
he
basketball IQ. He can move the ball. He can rebound the ball. Use his size, but
yeah.
obviously with the injuries he has, he's not as aggressive. But
Mhm.
he's still able to put the ball on the floor, right? So
Yeah. So like yeah, he's done a really good job and like since leaving Sacramento, he's gotten better because like the last year in Sacramento and his like first year in New Orleans, he looked pretty bad with like good games here and there. But this season he's been a lot more consistent and it's a joy watching his highlight clips.
mhm.
Um, I guess another person in in New Orleans is obviously Anthony Davis. We mentioned before he's not having the most stellar season. He had really high expectations. He played really well last season, but this one, because the expectations were higher, people expected more from him. And I don't think he did. I don't think he's like crap this season, but definitely falling a little bit short of expectations.
Did you guys
He's also been. Mhm.
did you guys both draft him on different leagues?
I
I
drafted
went
Anthony Davis.
I went number one with Anthony Davis in one
So you
league.
guys both have Anthony Davis on one of your leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then very
yeah,
very
because like
regretful.
a little bit shifting in Steph Curry. Yeah, yeah, maybe it's time to shut him down and then like kind of see if you need a fire sale the entire of the Pelicans and then
Yeah.
see where you go from there. I have no idea because I don't know. It's like I still feel like they have a lot of potential and they have a lot of room for growth. But then right now this season they're just terrible.
hmm And
Like I don't
actually,
have much to say about.
just to bounce off what I was saying earlier with you guys drafting him first, one of my leagues I had second pick, and I was really hoping that they would pick Stephen Curry so I could get Anthony Davis, but they didn't, and I ended up getting Stephen Curry, which kind of paid off in the end because if you guys followed in like the previous episodes, I ended up trading Steph Curry and basically Andrew Wiggins, and ended up getting like making multiple trades. I ended up getting I think it was Paul George and no Kawhi Leonard and James Harden out of it. So Stephen Curry
Nice.
and Andrew Wiggins for Harden and Kawhi Leonard. So I think it kind of worked out.
It's good.
Um, Next guy, Ricky Rubio. This guy, he's pretty used to watching the NBA game from sidelines. They're like probably the top seats in the arena. he They don't really have a shot at the playoff run, so Rubio could be shut down. Most of his career, he has been sitting on the sidelines. he had that one season where he played all 82 games, which was a miracle. But if they do shut him down like they did last season, though last season he got injured, but if they do shut him down, Zach LaVine, I think, is going to be eating up those minutes. And also, if Kevin Martin gets traded, I think LaVine is also going to be like playing a bigger role too. So for Rubio, I think he's worth hanging on to just because of who he is. But for Zach LaVine, I think he's worth stashing for now, and he may potentially have a bigger role for the latter end of the season. So the next segment, the trading post, here's where we're going to talk about some trade rumors that are have been going around, and we even have one guy who has already been traded. First trade of, I guess, the new year.
So we have Josh Smith. The Clippers traded him back to Houston. He was doing little to nothing in playing for the Clippers. Even with Blake Griffin out, he was still putrid and awful. So hopefully he can go back to doing something meaningful in Houston. Even Houston last year, after getting dropped by the Detroit, he wasn't that amazing. But in the playoffs, he did better and better for Houston. So hopefully maybe he regains some of that magic he had in the playoff run for Houston.
Yeah, actually, with the Clippers, he was completely out of the rotation. Like they didn't even play him at all at one point.
Yeah.
And they pretty much were like, "Look, we play worse when he's actually playing for us. So we're just like, screw it, we're just gonna cut him." So it was something that we could kind of see coming from miles away.
So the first game he got traded to Houston, he got 21 minutes. He shot 1 for 10. 0 from 4, 0 of 4 from the three-point line. 5 rebounds, but the peripheral stats were there. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. Second game, he only played 7 minutes. No, second game is happening right now against Dallas. And it looks like he's getting minutes. So, he's probably familiar with the system and the coaching staff.
Yeah, the 1 for 10 you have to give him a bit of slack on because he hasn't shot the ball in a long time.
Brutal.
So give him a bit of slack on that. Next guy, Max.
This guy has done nothing since he left Cleveland. That was where he was before, right?
Yeah.
This guy has done nothing since he left Cleveland. He went from being like a power forward to get slot to center. He's not undersized, but he's shorter. And all right, okay, JJ Hickson. Okay, let's see his stats. I'm looking at his stats since November 1st. He has been playing sporadically. He's not getting a lot of minutes. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not, but no one really cares if he's hurt or not because he has no fantasy implications. His most recent game, 1 for 5, 3 minutes. Okay, that's a bad game. Okay, 29 minutes, 4 of 10 from the field, 33% free throw. His free throw was pretty crap. Actually, yeah, his free throw was very sporadic. Doesn't even get that many rebounds, like around 5. I mean, Denver is not.
Even when he was on Cleveland, he was one of those guys that he was good because LeBron made him good. And I think at that time, they were the Tristan Thompson they were looking for. But he never became.
Yeah, and then Tristan Thompson actually came around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
even when he was in Portland, he did okay though. I think he can play.
Portland?
He was in Portland. Yeah.
I thought he went straight from Cleveland to Denver.
No, he played 2 seasons in Portland.
Oh.
And he was okay. When he got minutes, he got you, 12 and 10?
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely not this season. He's doing pretty poorly this season, and there's no reason to pick him up ever. Oh, there is a couple of yeah.
The front court in Denver is just really good right now. They have a lot of good power forwards that are much younger that they'd rather invest the minutes in than this kid.
And
JJ Dixon.
Yeah.
I think the main reason that he lost his value is because of the way that he plays doesn't fit in the meta right now in terms of the NBA small ball.
Yeah.
Because he can't shoot the three, and
Yeah.
he's not gonna really have value other than that. He's like a power
Yeah, he's
forward
small, I give you that.
that cuts. He can't even post up, you know.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, neither does the other bigs in Denver.
That's true.
But he's also
Nurkic.
3 inches shorter than
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
okay,
have the
if you
size,
can't
right?
shoot, if you can't shoot and you can't cut and you can't drive and you're not fast, you should at least be tall. He's not tall.
Yeah,
He
you can't teach him
averages like no blocks a game.
Like, he's asking for the impossible. He's trying to take minutes away from the Manimal, so
Yeah, that's
there's
Yeah.
a reason why he's on the bench.
the Manimal is way more.
The Manimal doesn't
athletic.
shoot any threes.
He's basically the same player as the Manimal, but worse.
Yeah.
Like the Manimal is way more.
The poor man version.
he's just like, I don't know. I can't even think of a good joke for a shitty Manimal.
Even Manimal's not playing that well this season. Like
With
yeah.
Well, he's averaging what, 12 and 10, 12 and 9.
Yeah, well, okay, I guess that's pretty good, but then
We've seen
from
better days from him.
yeah, we've seen better days from him.
Sure, but then he had that one injury where he
Yeah, it's true.
landed on his neck.
Yeah.
He was out a couple of
I think
games.
there-
Maybe
yeah.
he'll get it going again.
Yeah.
He had a
I think
back-to-back
there's-
double-doubles last 2 games.
There's only 3 things I know about Manimal is his rookie season he was so good that they had to trade Nene away, and then he got destroyed by Terrence Ross, and then he made the USA roster, and that's all I know about him.
All right, let's bring it back to Houston. Ty Lawson.
Okay, so there's discussions with the Bucks about a possible trade, but rumors is they might hold on to Lawson for a playoff run. I think they're probably going to hold on because last year they got to the playoffs, Beverly got hurt, and they really need a healthy point guard. And they were playing the Jet, Jason Terry, and he was awful.
The Jet
So
is
I
starting
think
right now.
they're expecting a long playoff run, and if that's the case, I think they should hold on, unless they can get back a point guard somewhere else.
Right.
Maybe they would bring back maybe Jared Bayless out of Milwaukee or something, because Milwaukee does have a couple guards on their team. Who else do they have? I think they have somebody else.
They have Michael
There as
Carter
well.
Williams that was in the discussion as well too.
Yeah.
They have Garitas Vasquez. He's hurt right now, but when he comes back, OJ Mayo, he's maybe. But I don't see a deal happening with Milwaukee right now.
I think Ty Lawson was never the right fit for Houston. Let's be real. Because Ty Lawson is pretty much a ball-dominant point guard, and you can't have... It's proven that you can't have a ball-dominant point guard playing with James Harden, because James Harden is the ball-dominant guard. And it's like a similar situation with LeBron. It's like when you have a player like James Harden, or you have a player like LeBron, the ball's going to be in their hands most of the time. And as a point guard, you're literally just defending the other point guard, and you're getting fed the ball. And Ty Lawson isn't a player like that.
Maybe we should get Ty Lawson to Brooklyn Nets. Maybe. Or maybe
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. But
I don't think Phoenix would want him.
Yeah.
we have Ryan Anderson from the New Orleans Pelicans. We talked about him a bunch on the first segment as well too. There's a possibility that he may be traded just because he'll be demanding more money this offseason, and the Pelicans may not be able to match those offers, so they might want to try at least get something back out of him. Lots of teams would love to have Ryan Anderson on their team. He's a great stretch four, rebounds, shoots the three really well, also gets blocks too. I actually think that it would be interesting if I think he would be a better fit than Kevin Love on the Cleveland Cavaliers, in my opinion.
No. If you complain
Less
about
money.
Kevin Love not playing defense, he's not going to play
Yeah.
more defense
This
than
guy's a
Kevin
pylon.
Love.
This guy blocks more shots than Kevin Love. He just doesn't rebound as much. But he
Well,
shoots
like,
the three better.
besides shoot the ball, it doesn't do very much.
Right.
I don't think he's a huge upgrade over Kevin Love.
I don't think he's a huge upgrade either, but I think it would be an interesting. Like, I would be interested to see who is better among the two. I don't think he's ever gonna go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't get me wrong, but like, I just thought that was an interesting thing. But the Pelicans would rather deal Eric Gordon and Omer Asik if they could and retain Ryan Anderson. But I mean, depending on how trade talks go, you could see Ryan Anderson moved by the trade deadline.
I'm gonna call up the Raptors GM. Get on that when you get Ryan Anderson on the team.
No, I don't think so.
Power forward.
We'll get to the Raptors in a second after these next two teams. Okay.
I honestly don't want Ryan Anderson on the team. Maybe not this season. If we can get him in somehow in the off season without paying too much money, I'm okay with Ryan Anderson. But right now, the chemistry is such a fickle thing. I don't want to mess with the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Raptors do have good chemistry.
Right now, they're not a top 2 team. You got to do something to get to be a top 2 team, right?
I'm happy with second
Chicago
round.
right now.
But we are.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan Anderson can beat Chicago for you single-handedly either.
No,
I mean, he might be
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like top 2 as in expected to make it to the finals, conference finals.
Okay, let's be real. This incarnation of Raptors is not finals worthy. It's like at best you make like the conference finals once or twice.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Then,
Conference finals. Right now, I don't think they would make the conference finals. If they got Ryan Anderson, I think they have a chance to make the conference finals.
Maybe you're right.
All right. So how about let's keep talking about the Raptors then, and we have a guy named David Lee from the Boston Celtics. The Raptors are rumored to be interested in signing David Lee. What do you think about that then?
No.
I'd do it. Why not? The team needs another power forward. Though there's already like 4 that are like absolutely useless. Why not add another one?
Okay, honestly, I think Scola does everything that David Lee does without the ego. Because right now you have a very ball-dominant backcourt that's going to soak up most of the touches, and then you have like a skinny, tall white guy that can defend, isn't an idiot, rotates okay, and can shoot. And David Lee probably doesn't have as much range as Scola, and he also has an ego and also has a demand like some sort of touches. He's not a bad guy, but he needs that kind of. He's like high maintenance, so to speak. Like as I forgot which point guard said it. It's like, oh yeah, you got to feed him the ball occasionally. Whereas Scola, you can just like let him do whatever.
He's a role player.
And plus, yeah, and David Lee is like almost like a cornerstone guy where you need to give him the attention. And like once again, I think chemistry is a very, very fickle thing, and like I don't want to, like I don't feel like the 4 position is like too bad in our team right now. So yeah, like I prefer not to mess with it. And I'm not quite sure what I think about David Lee. If we're getting rid of one old guy for another old guy, then
he's expensive too. But I mean,
he's way more expensive.
The Raptors love having white guys in our front court. I don't know why. Like, Andre Bargnani was there. We have Jonas Valanciunas. I don't know. We just love white guys.
I'm just saying, the 3 power forwards we have right now are Patrick Patterson, Luis Scola, and Anthony Bennett. And none of them, in my opinion, should be starting on any team that wants to make a conference final.
Free Bennett.
I am willing to give David Lee a chance, based on the fact how bad these 3 other guys are.
Okay, so what are you giving up for David Lee? Because I'm pretty sure you can't get David Lee for just Scola.
Well, so are you going to trade? Boston will just take anything at this point. David Lee's offering Boston absolutely nothing. You just throw him a bag of pucks. We'll give him a bag of pucks.
Okay. Oh, by the way, okay. I got to backtrack a little bit. What did Clippers get from the Josh Smith trade?
They got some rights to some European players and some money.
Oh, okay.
No, Houston had to. Clippers had to give up money. Clippers are paying Josh Smith's salary to go away.
And then they got the rights to some European players that will probably never make it to the NBA.
They exchanged rights to European players that will never come to the NBA.
Yeah. Basically,
so you just wanted to get rid of Josh Smith.
The guy in the bag.
I feel like that's the same thing for David Lee. David Lee is like literally like, you guys got a bag of pucks? We'll take a bag of pucks. The Bruins will use a bag of pucks.
I think David Lee's heydays are over. I'm not quite sure if I want David Lee. He's not that great on defense either. At least Scola can kind of at least rotate a little bit. He's not like completely stupid.
Yo, that's why I want Ryan Anderson. I don't want fucking David
Ryan
Lee.
Anderson is like Banyani except better.
That's the point. He's better.
Yeah, he's better. That's why we like him.
Hey, you know what? Yo, we should give Miami a bag of pucks and get Chris Bosh back. Chris Bosh would be the
No,
ideal
they're not gonna
fit.
take a bag of pucks. They're gonna want everything. They're gonna want.
Riley
We'll
is no
sell- we'll
scrub.
sell
They're
the
gonna
league
want Kyle
franchise.
Lowry and DeRozan. Like, if
We'll
we could trade them-
we'll sell the entire Leafs franchise to Miami and we'll get Chris Bosh in return.
Oh my god, I would like Ryan Anderson. I think we can give up Taron Ronson, Damari Carroll for him.
Maybe not Carroll. I think Terrence Ross is a good trading piece right now.
But Damari Carroll's contract will have to be a part of it. Like we can't hang on to.
No,
like
Corey
60
Joseph. They can ship up Corey Joseph.
He's been playing pretty
Like
well though.
Scola.
Like
I would
don't
keep
like
Corey
him.
Joseph.
I don't like him, but he's I have to give him credit where credit's due. He's pretty good. I still like the real MVP better. But I mean, he's
I don't
from
know what you're
Toronto.
talking about. Corey Joseph, last 3 games, he's averaged 2 points.
But he
He's awful.
he has flashes of brilliance, you know.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He has 1 good game out of 10. It's not even
I think
a
he's
flash.
okay. I think he's keepable.
It's like a millisecond.
I still don't know why we don't have the real MVP. Come on, the real
Me
MVP.
neither. Me neither.
Why do we get?
I think
I'm on your
waiting
boat.
waiting for Norman Powell and Dylan Wright to get better. I think
That's
once
like 2 years from now.
What about Bruno?
Bruno,
Bruno's
okay,
2
fine.
years away.
Okay, fine. If Bruno gets good, we can trade Carroll. Or if Bruno gets good, he can play backup shooting guard or small forward.
He's still in D League.
Free Bruno.
Yeah, actually, Bruno was thinking about in the D League. He's just chucking threes all day now.
Yeah, he's like a shit Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He's played 1 game. He's played 1 game for the Raptors all year. He had 1 minute.
Oh my god. Anyways, moving
He
on
had
to
1
the next
rebound, 1
team.
steal.
Moving on to the next team, the LA Lakers.
Oh. Okay, well. Okay, remember how I said you can't have 2 idiots on a team? So in Clippers, you have Josh Smith and you have Lance Stevenson. And the Lakers take that and up it by 2 more by having Nick Young, Lou Williams, and Roy Hibbert.
What's wrong with
And they're
Lou
all kinda like-
Williams?
Hmm?
What's wrong with Lou Williams?
They are chuckers. Like,
Go ahead.
okay, Nick Young and Lou Williams is practically the same player, except Nick Young is tall and can do a 360 layup.
But
And he has more sweat.
But Lou Williams is the real MVP. He has 2 girlfriends.
No, he's pretty sure he's broken up with one already.
I don't know about that.
Anyways,
You
yeah,
gotta check his Instagram.
I think, I think Roy Hibbert's gonna get traded. It's like they don't need Roy Hibbert right now. They're just like developing people.
Who's going to take Roy Hibbert?
No one's gonna take Roy Hibbert.
Here. I
Yeah,
have a-
like
I have
Roy
a
Hibbert is
proposition.
like.
Since Josh Smith went back to the Houston Rockets, is it plausible that Hibbert and Lance Stevenson also go back to the Pacers, where they were at
No,
their
I think-
primes?
I don't think the Pacers want them back. Because of their
Yeah.
attitude. They want to move away from the bad boy, like, retard.
Well, Lance
Head case.
Stevenson, it's not like they got rid of Lance Stevenson. He decided to leave on his own.
Well, I think they were happy when he decided to leave.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we don't have to deal with this head case anymore.
But he played really well. Like I
Yeah,
think
he'll
he was,
also
Yeah,
whisper
that
in your ear
year
and you're like,
Indiana
okay.
was stacked.
oh, God.
That year Indiana was really stacked.
Okay, I'm just
Oh,
checking.
wow.
I'm just checking Lou Williams' Instagram right now. He is still dating those 2 girls. Just saying, the real MVP. And they both look really good.
Okay, with Lakers, yeah, they can probably move Hibbert and Nick Young and just get like veterans to develop the trio core, which is D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, and Julius Randle, because they're literally the future. And just like Okay, this year is just literally a reunion tour like a retirement tour for Kobe, so they can just like clean house and just let them lose games.
Well, they still need bodies to play the game. If they trade
Yeah,
these
no,
guys, who's left to play?
I don't know, trade Hibbert for some lanky bench warming European dude that could have potential.
Maybe it's a salary dump so they can recruit players over the summer.
Yeah,
Because Hibbert's
I mean,
Nobody
if
wants
you
to
want
play
young
with the
players,
Lakers.
Uh-huh.
There's nobody
no,
there
okay,
to play
if
with.
you want young players, you have
That's why
three really
you can
good young
grab a bunch of
players.
people all together.
Yeah,
You're just gonna draft everyone at the league to veteran minimum.
yeah.
Ask Philadelphia how well that works out.
Who knows? They may pick up Ryan Anderson.
God. Okay, another team, Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
What do they have? I don't even know. They have like Vucevic. Are they like do they have a plan? Do they even have a plan?
The
Like,
plan is to win and make the playoffs this year.
they have Oladipo, they have Peyton. They are
They
3
have
games removed.
Harris.
Yeah,
They have Fournier. They have Aaron Gordon.
they have
Channing
Vucevic.
Fry.
They're not bad, but it's just
Mario
what are they
Hezonja.
really missing? Yeah,
They
what's
have
Orlando
Napier.
really missing?
They're missing an all-star or two. They have good.
Vucevic is.
They have really good players that can be great support players, which is what other teams
Yeah.
want, right? But they don't have an anchor. They lost their anchor. And
They're not bad enough to challenge the tank either.
Mm-hmm. So
Damn.
if they get a solid person that can carry the team, be a franchise player. They don't have a franchise player right now. That's the thing. They need one.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys an
think
update
the-
on Lou Williams. Sorry, I have to go back to the real MVP. Okay, somebody posted on Instagram. It says, "Why the fuck would I just want to be with one female when I could just be like my dog?" At Team Lou 23. So that's Lou Williams' thing. And Lou Williams responds with, "They twins. I only date one." So maybe I've been proven wrong. I don't know, but I still like the guy.
God.
Damn it! You still the real MVP, Lou.
God, this guy.
All right. So moving on from the Magic, Markieff Morris from the Phoenix Suns. We know that he's going to be traded for sure. There's no way in hell Phoenix is going to keep him around. They're pretty much only playing him right now, just telling him like, look, you got to play and showcase yourself so that some teams are actually going to want you. And I even had to double check at first too, because I started doubting myself about which twin this really was. And this is the good twin. This is the good twin. Marcus Morris in Detroit was the bad twin. So he's actually like, he's actually carved out a role for himself in Detroit, which is pretty good. But Markieff Morris, I think he's definitely a guy you should stash. If you can buy low on him. And I think he's going to be productive anywhere he goes, unless he goes to the Cavaliers. What do you guys think on that?
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think he's
high
gonna
on
get
him.
traded. I think he's gonna
I
get
don't know if
traded.
the market's there for him.
You don't think he's going to be like productive on a different team or anything like that, Randy?
I don't know where he's going to land. I don't think there's many spots where he can land and get starter minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Philly?
Lakers?
Philly?
The Lakers have Randall. I'm
Philly?
trying to think of all the awful teams that might want to take him. Like Philadelphia front court is full.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that the Cavaliers are
Brooklyn?
in trade talks involving Markieff Morris. I don't necessarily know if that means that the Cavaliers want Markieff Morris. Well, they express interest in him, but they also might be trying to orchestrate a multi-team trade. But I mean, for the Cavaliers, it would be a great addition for them to have Markieff, but for Markieff himself, it's not great in terms of fantasy value.
No.
Yeah. I think he'll end up somewhere, for sure.
I'm opposed to stashing him. I think he's going to be crap the rest of the season.
All right, so we're moving on to the next segment. This is our mini game section. And basically, what we're gonna do for this mini game is we're gonna each choose 5 players who we will think will have a breakout after the trade deadline, after the All Star break. So the players don't need to have been traded or anything like that. They could have a breakout after one of their teammates gets traded away. They can get an opportunity. And basically, we'll try to come up with a bunch of other mini games, and at the end of the season, we'll see who's the winner of the most mini games, and we can crown them the mini game champ. But yeah, basically, I guess for this one, what was it? It was supposed to be players that are about 40% owned and under, or something like that.
No, that's how I
Yeah, where'd you
picked
say
it.
that was a
Oh,
rule?
that's what you
I
wanted to
didn't say
say.
that was a rule.
Okay.
That's what I was aiming for.
I tried to follow it a little bit as well too. I honestly have 6 guys that I wanted to list, but I ended up just picking 5. But I don't know, Max. What are your first 5 picks, and tell me a little bit about why you're picking these guys.
Alex Len, because I think Chandler's going to get traded because Chandler has been in and out with injuries, and I think Phoenix is just going to like trade everyone and just buy assets. So I think Alex Len's going to get minutes and he's going to get points, and he's going to get numbers. Markieff Morris, because he's going to get traded and he's not a bad player. So I think once he gets traded, he's going to get some minutes. He's going to get a little bit. He's going to get played. Zach LaVine, because I feel like Kevin Martin's going to get traded as well. And it's either Shabazz Muhammad or Zach LaVine getting minutes. I think they're higher on Zach LaVine because, yeah, he's more famous. Ryan Anderson, apparently he's 88 pick percentage, so he's actually pretty popular. But yeah, like Pelicans might be shutting down, and he might get more minutes because like if he's not hurt, he's gonna get played or he's gonna get traded. He's always on a trading block, and he's a nice stretch four. Is in very high demand, so it's either whether he stays in New Orleans or he gets traded to somewhere else, he's definitely gonna get minutes, or he's definitely gonna fit into a niche role and get some sort of production out. And Kelly Olynyk in Boston Celtics. I think David Lee's also looking to get traded. So once David Lee leaves, then they have less of a cluster in the front court, and Olynyk's going to get more minutes. He's pretty good because he's athletic, well, relatively, like for a white guy, pretty fly for a white guy. He can shoot and he has post moves, so he's not bad at all.
Okay, so those are Max's 5 picks. I guess what we can do also is let's just me and Randy can dissect Max's picks a little bit, and we'll take turns dissecting each of our 5 picks. So I don't know, Randy, what do you think about Max's 5 picks? What do you like and don't like about those, or believe?
I don't have a huge issue with Olynyk or Anderson or Len. I think Len will get better. He's still a young player. I'm not huge on Markieff. I said earlier why. I don't really know where he's going to get traded to. I don't think there's many places that's going to fit him perfectly. Mm-hmm. LaVine, I see him getting better, but with Kevin Martin gone, LaVine plays the guard. He doesn't really play the forward position. And then Kevin Martin's more of a small forward. But I still think LaVine will get some minutes when Kevin Martin leaves. Mm-hmm. But he's stuck behind Rubio and Wiggins.
Right.
Which is going to be tough.
All right. So for me, Alex Len, I really do like Alex Len as well too. He's young. He has a lot of upside, and I mean, on a team that's so depleted, why not give him run? Right? He can let him grow as a player. Markieff Morris, again, we mentioned earlier too. I think if he does get traded to a team where they can give him minutes, I think he can start putting up numbers like he used to, like last year and the year before in Phoenix. But again, if he gets traded to the Cavaliers, I think he's going to be pretty useless there. Maybe he'll have a couple of good games just because they may run arrest LeBron James as well too, but it's not going to be reliable. Zach LaVine, he was the 6th guy that I wanted to add on to my 5 people. I do believe in him. He has a lot of upside. He plays a point guard, but he's tall for his position. He's long, and if he's not going to be handling the ball, he can also score too. He can cut, he can dunk, he can go on the fast break. And with, like Randy said, Kevin Martin getting traded, he does have a lot of minutes he can absorb if they shut down Rubio as well too. Um, Ryan Anderson, this is a very interesting one because he's a really good player. I have him in my 6-man league on my team, so I don't know how much better he can get as a player, how much more upside he can get. Even when Anthony Davis was out with injuries and stuff like that, Ryan Anderson did start carrying in terms of points and three-pointers, but his defensive stats and rebounding didn't improve greatly. So I don't know how high his ceiling is for an additional breakout. Kelly Olynyk, if David Lee gets traded, he'll definitely get more minutes, but he's also competing with Amir Johnson and Jared Sullinger too. I think the main thing that would help him get better is if he cuts his hair. But other than that, I don't know. But yeah. Randy, what about your 5 picks?
Okay, so I have Devin Booker. Everyone's injured in Phoenix. They're not doing very well as a team. They're losing a ton of games. And there's no reason why Devin Booker isn't going to get more shots, more points. The defense is slowly coming along. I think he's getting steals here and there. He's getting more and more confident with his shot. He's getting more and more three-pointers as well. So he's not even owned in half the leagues on ESPN. He's at 43%, I checked today. A couple days ago, he was below 40%. So some people are starting to catch on already, started adding him. He's went up a couple percent already past couple of days. So when you get the chance, I think you should go get him right now. Like, run and go get him. Next guy I have is Shabazz Muhammad. Same, like I double checked again. His percentage went up a little bit in ownage. Much like Zach LaVine, Kevin Martin's gonna be gone, and the Minnesota team is not very good. So there's no reason why they won't give minutes to Shabazz Muhammad. And right now he's already averaging, I think, close to 28 minutes already, like close to 30. So it just means he's going to get more run, more shots. He won't give you much in terms of defensive stats, but he has a chance to average maybe 15, 16 points, giving you 1-3. So that's not bad for someone you can get off the waiver for nothing right now. And he's going to give you 16, especially in some deeper leagues. He can offer some value. Next guy I got, this is more of a riskier pick. I got Aaron Gordon. I've been sitting on this guy, for like all season. I thought he was going to blow up right away. He had some pretty big, summer league games as well. And right now, they finally took Channing Frye out of the starting lineup. The guy is awful. I don't know why he was getting minutes. So as Orlando realizes that, and they want to win or they want to move on, but they know that Channing Frye is not the answer. And I'm hoping Aaron Gordon can get more minutes. He's gotten more minutes lately, especially after joining the starting lineup. I think he has a chance to average points in the teens, mid-teens, give you some defensive stats, 7 rebounds, 1-3. So he's only owned in 13% of leagues, so you can get him for nothing. So go and get him. He has a chance to break out. Fourth guy I have is Kelly Olynyk. I agree with Max. With David Lee going out, Amir Johnson is always injured. And Jerry Solinger, he's inconsistent. Right now, Kelly Olynyk has done well for the past couple of games. I think behind Avery Bradley and like Isaiah Thomas, Olynyk's getting a lot of run. He's scoring. So I believe maybe he can be the third fiddle and stay there. He's owned in 34% of leagues right now. And he can blow up and average maybe in the mid-teens again for points, 6-7 rebounds, a block, steals here and there, and give you maybe 1.5, 3 a game. Another one that's maybe a little riskier pick is Jusuf Nurkic of Denver. He's owned in 22% of leagues. He's been injured all year, and whenever he comes back, he plays 2 games and he's out again. If he can finally stay healthy, I think he has a chance to really break out. Denver's playing for nothing. The team is awful, and they want to develop this guy because they want him to be the franchise center. So that's my 5 guys.
All right, so let's break Randy's picks down a little bit. I'll go first. Devin Booker, I really like this kid. I like the fact that he says that he has something to prove. So he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, and that kind of attitude is always good. Whereas a lot of players that come into the NBA and they feel like they've made it and they just slack. So showing that he has something that he's continuing trying to prove, trying to fight for. I like that kind of a spirit in the guy, and it can go a long way. Shabazz Muhammad, I mean, he's putting up numbers for sure. He's proven that, but I feel like in terms of upside, I still put Zach LaVine. I still give Zach LaVine the edge, but I mean, I could be completely wrong. Shabazz is definitely a pretty talented scorer, and he can still put up other fantasy numbers as well too. So he's not a bad guy to stash, definitely, especially with if Rubio does get shut down, if Kmart does get traded. I don't think Zach LaVine is going to absorb all the minutes, so there should be something left for Shabazz as well too. Aaron Gordon, he's very talented. I also had him in my league early on as well too. I don't remember if I dropped him or not. I might have, but the main reason why I didn't stick with him is because the Orlando bench is or the Orlando roster is very it's pretty deep in terms of like good players, but they don't have any great players. And if Orlando decides to make some moves over the All-Star break and everything like that, and frees up some space, Aaron Gordon could pick up a lot of minutes, and he can be very, very productive. I'd be surprised if he got traded too, but if he gets traded, it's definitely going to be from a team that wants his production to give them that extra push for a playoff run. And I still think he's going to put up a lot of numbers if he gets put onto another team. Kelly Olynyk, same thing. If he gets a haircut, I think he'll get more minutes. Yusuf Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic. I really like this guy. Him and Nikola Jokic, they're both very talented young centers. And I would really like both of them to continue improving well. And Jokic has played really well while Nurkic has been out. And I don't know if I don't know what Denver's gonna do with their front court, but I think he's pretty solid to hang on to. I wouldn't. I think it's a safe stash.
I think they want him to be the franchise center over Jokic. Can't pronounce the guy's name.
Jokic would definitely be a great backup, and if not, like I don't know, maybe they even try playing him power forward. I mean, it doesn't seem like the coaching staff fully believes in the Manimal. And of course, they're trying to shop JJ Hickson, right? So, and they still have Danilo, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I like Nurkic as well. What are your thoughts, Max?
Devin Booker, yeah, he's definitely gonna get more minutes because Phoenix is cluster right now. Shabazz Muhammad, it's like I'm still bigger on Zach LaVine, but then the reason for why he would get better minutes and better numbers is definitely sound because I feel like Kmart's definitely on his way out. So like, yeah, he's probably gonna get minutes. I still feel like they're bigger on Zach LaVine because he's like the more household name and like marketing people eat that up. Mm-hmm. Aaron Gordon, I don't have much to say about him. I guess you're right. He's going to get more minutes, but then I feel like in Orlando things are always in flux because they don't really have an identity and like there's so many things going on. I don't think anyone's not on the trading block except for maybe Peyton. But even then, I'm not sure. Kelly Olynyk, yeah, well, we agree. And unfortunately, I don't know enough about Um, I think the haircut helps him the most, actually. I mean, he can shoot well with his hair, but his hair definitely helps him with the posts because he can whip his hair back and forth.
I think it's a
I whip
distraction.
my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and
I
forth.
think it's a distraction not only to the opponent but to himself.
Hmm?
I think it's a distraction not just to the opponents but to himself. So
I honestly think people with fantastic hair does better in the post. It's an advantage when you do like drop steps and stuff. Your hair flicks around and obscures vision.
it pokes him
Like
in
it's
the eye.
NBA is a professional basketball league.
Tell that to
You can
Kareem.
try to
Tell
get
that to
any of
Kareem. Tell that to Kareem and a skyhook.
Okay, imagine how good Kareem would be if he had cornrows, like really long dreads. Imagine how
Like
good he would
the
be.
Kawhi Leonard dreads.
No, crap. What's that guy's name in Boston? The other guy.
Bosch's old hair, that kind of thing.
No, even long. There's a guy who looks like Damari Carroll in Boston.
Are you talking about
I forgot his.
not Boston? Oh, Jay
Gerald
Crowder.
Wallace.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Crowder.
yeah, Jay Crowder.
Yeah, that guy's here.
Or,
He's something like that.
Jordan Hill.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, it helps you in the post.
Those
And with
the
Nurkic,
the dreads.
I think he's good, but I don't have much to say about him other than that.
All right, so my 5 picks. Oh wait, hold on. Did you talk to about Nurkic? You just said you don't have much.
Yeah,
to
I
say?
just said I don't have much to say about him.
Okay. My 5 picks. I also picked Markieff Morris. We already mentioned him. We all talked about him already, so let's not go through and talk about him anymore. Um, I have some like crazy sleepers in my opinion. You guys are gonna, I think, bash my guys a lot. Derek Williams from the New York Knicks. Honestly, he played really well in Sacramento. Like you could see, he could put up numbers when Rudy Gay was out and everything like that. He is a high energy player. He's really athletic. He can dunk really hard, and we've seen him put up 20, 30 points a game before. So I think in a fast-paced transition type offense, he can really shine. And the thing that makes me the most excited about him is that the New York Knicks type of play style and their media, they love anything that's in bright lights, and he's a Showtime type of player. So I think that's why he fits in New York really well. If they shut down Melo and they give more time to Derek Williams, I think he's gonna put up a lot of really good numbers, and the crowd is gonna love that kind of offense.
Yeah.
Even if the defense is shit. So that's why I have Derek Williams as one of my sleeper candidates. I've been talking about this guy all season long, Bobby Portis. Hashtag free Bobby Portis. Per minute, he is definitely putting up numbers on a per minute basis. I think he's very athletic. He's very tall, lanky. Upside, I think he has a lot of upside. So Noah out for the season. I don't know if they're gonna do anything with Taj Gibson or Pau Gasol anymore, but if they do, that's gonna free up time for Bobby Portis. Let him develop, and yeah, hashtag free Bobby Portis. Let's do it. Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers. He is slowly getting there right now. Basically, Ian Mahinmi and Jordan Hill are scrubs. I mean, they're good enough to stay in the league for as long as they have. So, but I think they're pretty much going to be just a veteran presence there. Miles Turner is very athletic and agile as well. He rebounds, he blocks, he scores. So I think he can keep up with the Indiana Pacers offense and provide that offense that they're missing. I think he's a good guy to have. So maybe after the All-Star break, he's going to start playing more and put up some nice numbers. My last pick is Willie Cauley-Stein on the Sacramento Kings. This one's going to be a bit tough for him because they have Rudy Gay, they have DeMarcus Cousins, who is arguably the top center in the NBA. Willie Cauley-Stein is it looks like he's finally up to NBA speed. He's long, athletic, and again, boards, points, and blocks. The points are going to be mostly on dunks and stuff like that, but I mean, he can move. He's really agile for his size, and I mean, looking at what he's done in the eye test, I think they can carve out a slightly better role for him, and especially if he does a pick and roll really well with Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo's gonna find him the ball every time if he's gonna be able to play smart like that. So, or if they draw up plays for him. So I think he has potential to really blow up as well too. So yeah, those are my 5 picks.
I agree with Markieff Morris. Derek Williams, yeah, I think he's good, but he's just playing behind Melo, so he doesn't get that much run. If Melo gets shut down, definitely. Bobby Portis, I'm not quite sure. I think Chicago's in like win now mode. I know they've been shopping their front court and like Joakim Noah's out and stuff, but then I'm not sure if they're willing to bank anything on Bobby Portis. He might get a bit more minutes off the bench or like maybe in a starting role, but then I don't think Chicago is going to take any risks right now. Miles Turner, yeah, he's good. I know you think Mahimi's a scrub. I just want to remind you the guy has a championship. So, Jordan Hill, yeah, Mahimi.
No,
Yeah,
with Dallas, right?
Yeah, with Dallas. So yeah, he's got more rings than anyone on your list right now. So
Yeah, but so does David Lee. So does
no, David Lee actually played. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, David Lee's good too. So it's championship David Lee. On our team, we have champion Corey Joseph and champion David Lee. Anyways, and Willie Cauley-Stein, yeah, I think he's good. I watched him play like a little bit. So I watched some of his highlights. He's pretty good. I still don't think they're going to trade Rudy Gay. I don't know why people are saying they want to trade Rudy Gay. Maybe it's a contract thing, but yeah, if they do,
think he's a really good fit there.
Yeah.
So I don't like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of Markieff Morris. Neither
just before
on
Randy,
his twin brother Marcus.
Before you continue, I feel like Randy's gonna shit on all of my players. I'm just calling it now.
No, that's not true. No, Derek Williams, I think he's okay. I think he'll get his minutes because I feel like they're probably gonna go small ball and play Porzingis at the center and bench Robin Lopez because he's garbage. So I think Derek Williams will get his minutes, but it won't be from Melo. It'll be from Robin Lopez. I think he has a chance to do something. Bobby Portis, I agree with Max. He's not going anywhere quick. He is going nowhere quick. Chicago rather play small and have people that can shoot the three instead. They'd rather play Tony Snell. They'd rather play Dunleavy. They'd rather play all these other people that actually have NBA experience and playoff experience before they get to Bobby Portis. He's just not a very good situation right now. I think it would take them falling out of contention for them to even consider turning minutes to him. Miles Turner, I like him. I think he has a chance to do something because Mahimi and Jordan Hill just haven't done it for Indiana. They've been inconsistent. They have decent games here and there. Mahimi's offense is just not there. Jordan Hill, his defense is subpar. And Miles Turner can hit the three. He can rebound. He can steal. It's like Mahimi and Jordan Hill merged to form one player. So I'm high on Miles Turner. I was tempted to put him on my list too.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was just, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't have faith, but I was tempted to put him on my list as well. Willie Cauley-Stein, same thing. I was tempted to put him on my list as well. The only thing holding me back was his offense is really ugly outside of dunks.
Yeah.
And it looks like he came up to NBA speed, but he still looks very lost when he's playing. And he has to battle Rudy Gay for minutes. So unless Rudy Gay goes to the small forward and he gets to play a power forward, it's going to be hard for him to get huge minutes. But he has been getting close to 30 minutes a game as of late, and he's been doing okay, close to double-doubles. I think he has a chance to be a decent bench player that you put in once every couple of weeks, but I don't think he's going to be a guy you would start every week. And that's why I didn't put him in my list.
All right, yeah. So those are our 5 picks for breakout players after the trade deadline. And I guess we'll have to come back to this at the end of the season and see which of us have the most correct predictions.
That's so subjective, though.
Well, like you'll know if they have like a
Yeah.
plus whatever percentage, like we will consider that as like a breakout, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Well, we can't vote for us. If we can't vote for ourselves, we can only vote for the other person. Then maybe we can decide who wins.
yeah, we
Alright,
Unless
okay,
it's a
sure.
1-1-1 split.
we'll have to pick
If it's a
player
1-1-1
by
split, then we're
player,
fucked.
right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this. One last shout out just to Kyle Lowry, at least from me. I don't know if you guys have any shout outs. Kyle Lowry, congrats on making the All-Star game as a starter. Very proud that you're representing our city of Toronto. Hopefully, we
Thank
get
you
DeMar
to
DeRozan in there,
Unbox
too.
Therapy. Yeah, thank you for Unbox Therapy. Last minute shout out to Kyle Lowry and got like a crap ton of people to overtake Kyrie Irving in the votes.
Yeah,
Came from the most unlikely place, but yeah, the guys at Unbox Therapy delivered. So yep.
good job,
Now
guys.
it's yeah. So I mean, if DeRozan doesn't get it this year, I'll feel like he's snubbed. But at least we have one Toronto player in the All-Star game, and I'm
Right.
totally cool with that.
Yeah, I hope DeRozan does get in. It would be great to have him represent Toronto in Toronto. So.
I don't think there's any reason he's not going to be in. I feel like DeRozan is like more deserving than Wall. I think
Oh, what?
the question is if Wall is going to make it or not. I think DeRozan's going to make it. I mean Kyrie Irving, not Wall.
Okay,
John Wall's
okay.
definitely lock.
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving, yeah.
it's hard.
I want to give a shout out to the Black Mamba at the All-Star game. 24. Cool. Brian.
I mean, in China
Undeservedly.
bootleg.
Undeservedly.
Yo, he's gonna drop 81 in the ACC, guys. He's dropping 81 at the ACC.
He's
Oh yeah.
I'm just sad I can't afford the tickets to be there.
Kobe Bryant on
Okay,
the
you know
West
what?
starter.
I'd be totally
stole
fine if at
Kyrie
the end
Irving's
of the
spot.
game. I'd be totally okay if at the end of the game they just keep passing Kobe the ball,
Yeah.
so he can just get to like 82 or something. Do it one more time. in
Dude,
Toronto.
Kobe is gonna drop bombs in Toronto. He's gonna be the MVP of the All-Star game.
I don't know about that.
Guaranteed. It's like, even if he scores 10 points, he'll still be the MVP of the All-Star game.
You think so? Is that who you're calling for the NBA All-Star game? Most valuable
Yo,
player.
MVP All-Star game. Kobe could score 1 point, and then he'll still be the MVP of the All-Star game.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for the reserves to come on, and then I'll see who might be the MVP.
I don't
It's probably gonna be like Steph Curry. They like sucking Steph Curry balls.
no.
So
It's a fan vote. The fans are gonna vote for.
Is
Then
it?
they're gonna
Oh,
vote for
yeah,
Steph
it is a
Curry.
Fan vote.
It's a
Oh.
fan vote.
Yeah.
Kobe has more MVP, has more votes than anybody for the All-Star game. Yeah, I'm telling you, Kobe just needs to score like 0 points and still be there.
yeah, I think Kobe just needs to turn up.
MVP All-Star game.
But yeah, that's other than that, that's pretty much it for today. If you want to watch more of the more stat-oriented stuff, you can watch our first video, the first half of this podcast. Click the link below down here, and you'll be able to look into the more in-depth stats about what has happened and what injuries and who you might want to keep out of your lineup, who you might want to put into your lineup. But if you guys like our podcast this week, leave a comment below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to talk about, any other mini game suggestions for us, and smash the thumbs up button. And for now, peace out.